Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and this is take 2 for this one because I did something goofy at the end of the video, and I will show you what I did or tell you, because I'm not going to show you again. I'll tell you what I did when I get there. This is the baggie that I used to put this in, and right now I forgot to push the air out. But what it is one of those treat bags that you can get in any store, Walmart, Walgreens, wherever. Any store carries these little treat bags, and they're long. So all I did was cut it off so that it would make a perfect little envelope to hold the A2 size cards, because I have one for the 6x6, but I don't have one for the A2 size. So I just folded it over and put a piece of tape here, and it just peels up, and then you can, pull your cards out. So these are the cards I made. Mariah's teacher absolutely loves flamingos. So I had made her some smaller cards before, I think some 3.5 by 3s or something like that. And so I knew that she had already given them out because she told me. And so I thought, well, I'll make her some more. And this time I decided to go with A2. And I used the Recollection stamp set that I got during Valentine's time. And if you remember, I did a video saying that the flamingo, the die cut, was backwards. So let me show you what Recollections did. They rock, baby. Bam! They sent me a new die for free that matches the stamps. So I was so happy. I was just tickled to death. And so this is the set that I used, and I don't think it has a name. No, it doesn't. If you want to know like what the number is or something, just ask, and I'll in the comments, and I'll get that for you. So these are what I made. This is one I stamped, and I used primrose petals on pink paper and then cut it out. And the sentiments come from here as well. Two of them say tickled pink, and the other two say hello. I made her 4 cards. I cut the palm tree and the sand off of my Cricut, and I inked all of the edges. And then for the sand, I glitter blasted it. And it had the texture that I wanted, but it didn't have the sparkle of the white sand that you see on the beach. And I wanted that, so I was like, what could I do? So I went and I took my Wink of Stella and went over where I glitter blasted it. So you can still feel the texture, but it's all sparkly and shiny and stuff. And I hope you guys can see that, because it's so pretty. So this is the first one that I did, and this is the second design, and they're virtually identical, except I put the tree in a different place, further over or too far over or whatever on the other ones. So they're pretty much identical, and there's 2 of this and 2 of this. And I put the little wiggly eyes on, and then after I did it, my daughter said she didn't like them, and I was like, well, too late, they're glued. So I did that on my Cricut, and I want to show you what else I did on my Cricut. This just tickled me to pieces, okay? This is where I made my stupid mistake, alright? I showed the teacher's address, and I didn't mean to do that. But looky there. There's her name. My Cricut wrote it, guys. My Cricut Explorer wrote it. It wrote her address, and it drew the penguin, oh my golly, flamingo. Penguins aren't even pink. But it did that on the envelope. I was so happy. And then, of course, it's got the scalloped backing here, and I put a piece of double-sided tape. Now, if she's just hand delivering it, she doesn't have to use the double-sided tape, and she could just put it down and just kind of lightly seal it, and then they should be able to open it. But if she needs to mail it, she just presses down the double-sided tape once she peels the backing off, and it will seal the the envelope shut so that it can be mailed out. And yes, I showed her address. I was so tickled about how it wrote it, I didn't even think that I was giving out private information. So, I'm sorry. I hope you guys like this. I had such a good time doing this, and I want to do so much more for Mariah's teacher and aide before the end of this year. They're so wonderful. And Mariah, she graduates this year. She's only 16, but she's gonna graduate. And but because Mariah has Downs, she can stay in school until she's 22. And Jesse stayed in until he was 22. And it was, it was great. He continued to learn, and he just blossomed in those last few years. Well, this is Miss Vickers' last year. She was going to retire last year, and then she remembered that she had promised me that she would stay there until Mariah graduated. So she came back and stayed this year, one more year, to be there until Mariah's graduation. And so, Mariah really needs to continue on with her education, but Mariah's just really not had luck when it comes to getting a good teacher prior to Miss Vickers, because Miss Vickers is the bomb diggity, man. She's just amazing. And I wish every kid in the world could have a teacher like her. But Mariah, just before she had Miss Vickers, she had a really rough road and some bad teachers and some bad things happened. And we had to move her into high school early because the teacher that she had hit her so hard with a ruler that it left welts on her arm when she was home. I mean, they were there for hours after she got home. And my problem is that woman may be the one taking over Miss Vickers' class next year. And I can't send Mariah there. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I want to say I'd be a nervous wreck, but it'd be more than that. I'd be scared to death, and I would probably end up, sitting in that classroom every day glaring mean looks at that lady, and that's not what God wants me to do. But I also know that God wants me to protect my child. So if y'all could pray that God send the right person to Mariah's class so that she can continue her education like she needs to. That would mean a lot to me, and I appreciate it. Thanks for visiting me today, guys. If you like this card, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the bottom letting me know if you think there's something I could change up or do different, because like I said, she loves flamingos, so I will definitely be making more of these. Thanks for visiting me. Bye.